So hi guys and welcome back to the final race of the season, and as you can see we have already won the championship for Kush Maini in the last race. Obviously it was unlucky for Max Verstappen, he had a DNF in the last race, and because of that we had enough of a lead to get ourselves the championship in the drivers. And also guys, if you can see, is the fact that we are leading the constructor 2 by almost 20 points, well 17 points to be exact, and we also have a powertrain regulation to go for,
and we're going to have them with us for the next Grand Prix.
and we have some more new parts coming in. Obviously we are right now third, we are third in the performance, but obviously it doesn't really matter because everyone is so close other than Red Bull, who is, I don't know how they are this far, but look at that guys, everyone is so close. And the powertrain regulation, let's see that we have 869 resource points. Let's just see what we can upgrade here. Obviously the final race in Qatar will be a sprint race, so we have already updated a minor powertrain there, and let's see what else we can do with 500 resource points. Let's do another minor fuel efficiency one, and let's just see what we can do. We have 172 points, can't really do anything, so let's just go into the qualifying for the sprint race.
It's all about flow and pace today, qualifying in Qatar, a high-speed test that will set the grid for tomorrow's race. So welcome along.
And into the sprint race for the first lap here on the mediums. Let's see what we can do. Obviously looks like more or less people are into the pits, and Fernando Alonso has just done in the fastest lap, so we are, I think, a little too early to do a lap, but let's see what we can do with the green first sector. Charles Leclerc now goes fastest with a 123.8, and we have gone wide, but that doesn't matter right now because we are looking alright. Let's see what we can do. What we are able to do will be a little bit difficult here. I don't know what's happening, but we should be able to do something. And going again a little bit wide there guys, we need to keep it in bounds, otherwise this lap is not going to be good enough. And let's see, rounding out the last corner, we are going to see what we can do. And look at that guys, again kicking it out, and we have gone to P9. We have gone to P9, so 5 tenths slower than Charles Leclerc. I mean, that is okay, I guess. And let's see, Mercedes, Lewis Hamilton is out. I don't know what's happening to him, but he is out, and that might not be the good thing for him. But let's see, 23-1 for Max Verstappen. Max Verstappen obviously looks like is trying to get some good position here, and we have gone wide again on the new set of mediums. So let's see, race to the line, we are 124.3, so we are right now P7. That isn't going to be good enough guys, so we have to go out again, and using all the battery we have, and into turn 1 we have already gained some time, but at the exit of turn 1 here, and look at that guys, we are 1.5 tenths up. We are 1.5 tenths up. Let's see what we can do right now, taking our time. And because of the tank slapper, look at that, we have lost all the time. We are still losing all the time, gaining a little bit here and there, but guys, I don't know if that will be enough. And we have gone right, taking out the braking marker there. It's not going to matter now, but look at that guys, we are just hovering on gaining and losing the time, which might not be the right thing. And let's see, 1.5 tenths gain, that might not be enough, because look at that, we are P10 and Gasly goes P10, and we are now in P11 and rounding out the last corner, which was not good, and we have lost time. We are negative, and that has cost us guys. We weren't able to improve, and we are P11. So I think this is the first time we are out of qualifying in Q2. That is amazing to see, but right now our teammate advances. So guys, let's just go into the sprint race for the final race of the season. But let's see. Okay, so none of them were really important.
Welcome to today's sprint. This is shaping up to be another fantastic weekend. We're back here in Losail for a track that's 3.34 miles long. There are 16 turns around its unique three-pronged shape and just a single DRS zone out of turn 16. It's fast and it's flowing, and there's a good overtaking opportunity with DRS down the long straight and into turn 1. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's sprint. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position. And it's Charles Leclerc in P2. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Norris, Oscar Piastri, Perez, Russell, Fernando Alonso, Ocon, Gasly, Sainz, Maini, Stroll, Albon, Ricciardo, Sargent, Hamilton, Hulkenberg, Bottas, Joe, and Ollie Behrman. Which of these drivers will get pole position today? We'll soon find out. And alongside me today is a man who needs no introduction, but I'll try anyway. It's Ant Davidson. Well, they say that a change is as good as a rest, and whilst there's not much rest on show in the sprint format today, there's definitely a change to what we're usually seeing on the track. Let's look at their season, and particularly against their teammate. Fair to say, they've got the better of them more often than not. Now, sadly, things didn't work out for them last time. It was a bad race. Question is, though, can they recover today?
Yes, they can, Crofty. You've got to put it behind you. Whatever happened last time, I was always told as a driver, park it, forget about it. Obviously, feel the pain when it happens, but then you can't dwell on it and carry that through to the next race. So put it behind you and just crack on with this race coming your way now.
And into the sprint race here, let's see, we are starting P11, and guys, I don't know if you are hearing something. It's freaking construction happening near me, so it might be a little bit disturbance, but right now let's just see medium tires for us, and let's just go into the sprint race with 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And we are a go for the sprint race in the quarter and final race of this season. Verstappen leads. Max Verstappen has taken the lead, but Charles Leclerc into P2, Lando Norris and Piastri going side by side. Russell into P5 here. We are into P10 with Maini. Sainz has been overtaken, and Lando Norris has overtaken Oscar Piastri. Good for him. And Albon and Sainz fighting, Stroll fighting behind us. And so guys, as you can see, we have a little bit of a problem right now with the understeering, but there we go for it. It's a dive bomb, guys. That is a big dive bomb. Let's see again from Alonso's perspective, and that was a dive bomb. Obviously, I think Alonso was a little bit far, so he wasn't the one who got caught out with it. It was actually Gasly, so not a good look for us with the Alpines creating problem for each other. But obviously, we have won the championship. I want to climb as high as I can in this sprint race. Otherwise, it's going to be a problem for us, because we want to score as many points as we can in this race, because obviously the constructor is still on. So let's see, we are taking our time with Ocon. Look at that, guys. Ocon is 1.6 in front. We have to catch up to him and get into his DRS. That will take a little bit time, but let's see, rounding out the last corner, we are still here completing our first lap with Max Verstappen, who has just done in the fastest lap, obviously, because he started P1, ended the lap 1 into P1. So let's see, into turn 1, Gasly, I think he must have thought about it a little bit, but it doesn't matter, because look at that, lap 2 starting here. Charles Leclerc getting attacked by Lando Norris there, and around the outside goes Lando Norris, but Charles Leclerc obviously has the inside line, and he has stayed, but they are still going side by side, with each other, and Lando Norris has overtaken Charles Leclerc. But at the end of lap 2 here, Perez is going to attack Piastri there, and look at that, guys, the 4 cars are so close together, and Piastri now getting attacked by George Russell too, and around the outside goes George Russell, and he has also overtaken Piastri. So Piastri losing 2 position in just one straight. Not a good look for him. But right now we are into lap 3 here, and because these guys are fighting so much, guys, we have caught up in the DRS of these guys, which is a good thing. Obviously, I don't know why. I am just not fast enough, and it's not even that I have not changed the components. I obviously have changed the components, but let's see here. Lap 4 starting. Lando Norris getting a much better exit and the better DRS, and into turn 1. Easy overtake from him on Charles Leclerc. But look at that, guys. They are so close to Max Verstappen, and on the last corner of lap 3, almost going into the back of Esteban Ocon and Oscar Piastri. That was close, but we have maintained it. But Ocon going side by side with Piastri, and we go through the inside, try to make some work here, but even going on to the curb. But we have overtaken Oscar Piastri. I don't know what happened to him. He was just a little bit behind, and because of that we were able to do it. And lap 5, Charles Leclerc with the help of DRS overtakes Lando Norris, and because, guys, these guys are DRS swapping so much, they are able to keep up with Max Verstappen. And let's see, lap 5 here, we have Carlos Sainz, who has retired. Carlos Sainz in the Haas obviously started P10, is, I guess, out of DRS. Well, he was out of our DRS and is now out of the race. So let's see, we are trying to attack Ocon using all the tracks, a little bit extra track there, but it doesn't matter because we have kept him into the DRS. And obviously Qatar, the DRS is very powerful. So let's see, DRS open, lap 6, using everything we have, closing up to Esteban Ocon. They're going defensive, he tries to block us, but it doesn't matter because into turn 1 we have made a dive bomb, and we now try to overtake Esteban Ocon. But look at that, guy, still going side by side. Esteban Ocon is not going to give that one up, but he has to do it now because his back end just kicked out a lot, and because of that we were able to overtake him very quickly. So let's see, 2.4 gap to Russell will be a little difficult, and here goes Charles Leclerc with the help of DRS into turn 1, has overtaken Lando Norris, and Russell also goes for Perez, has overtaken him. And obviously, guys, they are more or less DRS swapping rather than fighting with each other, and that's why look at that, how much time we have lost by not being into these guys' DRS. And this is just the pure pace these guys have right now, and the DRS swapping that is helping them. But it doesn't matter, guys, we have clawed our way back from P11 to P6, which is good. But Max Verstappen, who has made us 3.6 gap to everyone from the field, is going to win the sprint race, the final sprint race of the season. And Charles Leclerc into P2, Russell goes P3, and Lando Norris into P5. I don't know what happened to him. And Mitchell Labs tire wear is what I was concerned about, and it is not amazing because if you think about it, we have to do this one more time, and that time the fuel will be much higher. So let's see, we have finished P6, which might be actually good for constructor because we have kept our gap with the Red Bulls here. Obviously they finished with P1 and P4. So guys, we have to do an amazing full race in Qatar, otherwise we might not be able to get the constructor. So let's see, we are P6, P8, so we both score some points but not enough, and Carlos Sainz was the only one DNFing. So guys, let's just go into the qualifying for the main race with us.
Flow and pace today, qualifying in Qatar. A high-speed test that will set the grid for tomorrow's race. So welcome along.
And rounding out the last corner on the soft tires this time. I don't know, guys, if we had no pace on the mediums, that might have been the case. But this time it's soft and we are trying to go 100% here, and into turn 1 we have a car in front, and the goal is to catch up to him on this lap because it will mean we have done a better lap time than the person in front of us. So let's see, in the last sector with 2 green sectors, and we have big mistake that is going to cost us a lot of time. But the good news is that we have a gap to the people behind us in the performance, so that might not be problematic that much, and we go P2 even after one mistake. But obviously we were 2.5 tenths slower than Lando Norris. So guys, we have to do a good lap. Obviously many of these guys have a new engine component which is going to cost us a little bit in the performance, but I think guys we can do something here. So let's see. And Max Verstappen is out. Max Verstappen is out of Q1. What is he thinking? Why did he not go out for another run? Why did he not go out for another run? I do not understand that, but I guess it's his problem now. So we are starting our first lap into Q2 with, I guess that's an Aston Martin, but can be Fernando Alonso, who is behind us, getting the slipstream. But he is, I think guys, a little too close. He will also get the dirty air from us, and in these high speed corners of Qatar, that might be a problem for him. So let's see, we are trying our best here guys, trying to do something here, but look at that, just too many mistakes right now. We have to improve on these mistakes, because we have to I'm trying to not make too many errors by going out of the track, and that's why the errors are coming in. So rounding out the last corner, going a little bit wide, but it doesn't matter. Race to the line using all the battery we have, and we go P1 with Alonso P2, which makes sense guys, because Alonso was with us, and we are, wait, what? We are 5 tenths faster than Charles Leclerc. Obviously Fernando Alonso is a little bit slow, which makes sense guys, which makes sense. And our teammate just creeping in into Q3, and Oscar Piastri, though he is out. Oscar Piastri out of the session here into Q2, which I wasn't really expecting it, but good for him. So here with first green sector, second sector doing, and we have closed up to George Russell. We have started here with Mercedes, but George Russell I think will give us a little bit better slipstream. Obviously the dirty air will be a problem too, so we can save some a little bit. But let's see what we can do. Look at that guys, how close we have gone, and going again a little bit wide, but this time taking it a little bit better than the last time. So look at that, Russell again going a little bit better here. Obviously I think guys, this past three right hand corners are kind of the part of the track which I'm not really good at, but other than that we are alright. And look at that, we have shown it by going 4 tenths slower than Charles Leclerc only. Obviously Max Verstappen would have been here if he didn't stop at just one lap and did another one, but that is his problem. So look at that guys, we are using all the battery we have into turn 1. Look at that, that's a little bit of a mistake, but we have still gained some time and we have lost it. So this means guys, our first sector was much better than this lap, but still we have gained a 10th on that by using all the battery we have. So let's see, we have again a car in front, but this time it's a little bit farther than, well, the Mercedes of George Russell, and it is again George Russell guys, it is again George Russell, and we have gained 4 tenths, and George Russell getting out of the way, which means he wasn't on our lap here. So I think Stroll and Alonso in P4 and P5 might be cemented there, but let's see, can we ruffle some feathers here with going into P1 and P2 for Lando Norris and Charles Leclerc. Let's see that. Obviously 3 tenths gained, and we are just trying to do our lap through the final 100% push right-handers, and we have taken this time them perfectly, and with the first and second purple sector 4 tenths gain, can we do a good enough lap to get ourselves into pole? And that is Lewis Hamilton going into the pits. Let's see, using battery, using DRS, and we go purple I think in the final sector. So is that pole? It is pole. It is pole for us, and we have for the final race going to be starting in pole there. But our championship rival Red Bulls, well, one of them is out of Q1.
Welcome back to Qatar and the Lusail International Circuit. There's a long history of two-wheeled motorsport action here, but in 2021, Lewis Hamilton won out as part of an epic battle that year with Max Verstappen. But who will win out tonight? So we're back here in Losail and this is the track map. 3.34 miles, 16 turns and just one DRS zone out of turn 16. It's already a fast and flowing track after all. There's a good overtaking opportunity with DRS though through the long straight and into turn 1. It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Kush Maini lines up on pole position. And it's Charles Leclerc in P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Norris, Stroll, Fernando Alonso, Gasly, Perez, Oscar Piastri, Albon, Ricciardo, Bottas, Behrman, Russell, Sargent, Hulkenberg, Verstappen, Hamilton, Joe, Ocon, and Carlos Sainz will start from the back of the grid. Now it's almost time for lights out, so let's go down to the track. And alongside me in the commentary box, my old friend, Anthony Davidson. I don't know about you, Ant, but it seems like only a couple of weeks ago we were talking ahead of the first race. Here we are, ahead of the last race. This year has just flown by.
Yeah, a lot of races to cover these days in Formula One, Crofty, as you well know, doing them all yourself. But it's the same for the drivers. It comes at you thick and fast, and you've got to pace yourself as well to get to this point in the season. If it has gone your way, it's a great time to just enjoy it. There's nothing that can change in the championship pecking order, of course. If you've won the championship already, go out and enjoy this race and send yourself off through the winter break. If it's been a bit of a year to forget, you can try and take a bit of solace in this Grand Prix, end on a high, and carry that energy into next season.
Right, it's been a long, hard season. We're almost at the end, but we cannot switch off until after that checkered flag today. Let's try and end today's race on a high note.
So we have 4 people who have taken a penalty, and because of that, Max Verstappen is going to be starting P16. So good for him. But look at that, guys. We have done everything. Let's just see medium to hard tires. A simple one-stop strategy. So let's go into the Qatar GP with 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and we are go for the Qatar GP. No wait this time for us, and we are still leading with Charles Leclerc going P2. Look at that, trying to go side by side with us, and Stroll trying to make 3 wide here with the McLaren and the Gasly, but around the inside goes Stroll, and he has taken P3. What an amazing start for him. But Stroll is P3, Gasly is in P4, who has overtaken Lando Norris. And look at that, guys, the Red Bull and Perez again going side by side, and with Alonso, who is in the Martin, good for him, and Albon and Piastri going side by side. What an amazing look for us there. So much fighting in the top 10. Obviously that is going to, well, get us a lot of amazing racing, but the problem is it sometimes gets the grid stagnated too. But right now we are just trying to stay with Charles Leclerc, because I know I have the pace to at least keep up with him, and then after that do something about the race. So let's see. We are right now getting closed up by Lance Stroll in the Aston Martin, who obviously is also in the group of teams who have closed up a lot. So it's going to be amazing. Let's see. Charles Leclerc has just done the fastest lap. Maini, we are in P2, and look at that, all the battery used here, and we are still trying to do something. And okay, we have gone for a dive bomb here, and Charles Leclerc can't do anything because we go for that dive bomb and we have overtaken him, but he's still going side by side with us. And look at that, around the outside goes V, but through the inside Charles Leclerc has taken it, and obviously trying to keep it as civil as we can, because that's the way you should do it. Obviously I have made way too many mistakes by going into people while making a dive bomb, so I'm not in a position to say anything like that. So let's see. We are now behind Charles Leclerc going out of the track, but it doesn't matter. It does not give us any kind of warning this time, so we got a little bit lucky there. But Lance Stroll, look at that, guys, he is keeping up with us, and Gasly and Lando Norris too. Other than that, Red Bull of Sergio Perez is just a little bit far. So guys, I think that might mean that we might actually have a chance of getting the constructor and Sergio Perez with the fastest lap, but we go through the inside of Charles Leclerc, and this time the overtake is successful. But lap 5 here, Charles Leclerc is not going to sit there, but he has to now. But Perez is the one who is not sitting, and he goes through the inside on Alonso and has overtaken him. So we are here just trying to keep Charles Leclerc behind us at bay, just trying to stay there. We just want him to stay there. Everything else will be done by us by winning the race. So let's see lap 7 here. The tire wear is a little bit here and there, but we are just trying to keep ourselves in check for the tire wear too. So rounding out the last corner, lap 7 ending here, but this time Charles Leclerc is a little too close. So let's see, we are just adjusting everything here, but with the help of DRS, Charles Leclerc goes on to overtake us, but around the outside we make him go a long way around, but still Charles Leclerc manages to overtake us. And again, look at that, guys, a dive bomb by us, and at that point we have overtaken Charles Leclerc again. Obviously we have defended our position into P1 there. So Charles Leclerc relenting attack there will cost us a little bit fair amount of tire wear, but we can keep up with it. And at the end of lap 13, guys, I decided, you know what, let's try to get an undercut on these guys. And why would I do it? Because I knew, guys, my tires are done, and as soon as I go on hard tires, I'll get a big boost of, well, performance. So that's why I thought going a little bit earlier than these guys might be the right choice. And look at that, guys, Max Verstappen has caught up to P8. Good for him, but I don't think he will have enough pace to catch up to us. So let's see, Lance Stroll has not come in, but Fernando Alonso has come in with us. So he is behind us with the fastest lap. So Aston Martin also looking amazing right now, but we are the best with Alpine right now in the Deadpool rivalry. And look at that, guys, Albon behind us has also pit, and we have a 7-second gap to Guan Yu Zhou. So guys, I think we will be able to get a good undercut in the cleaner air. And look at that, guys, through goes Lando Norris into the pits. Charles Leclerc into P2 goes 2, and Perez is the only one in the top 6 who have not gone into the pits, but Max Verstappen has. So we are here lap 15 trying to overtake Lando Norris, but Lando Norris has stayed in front of us, but his tires are a little bit cold and ours a little bit hotter. So but he is again a little bit in front of us. He is just a little bit too far, so we will get DRS and then we will try to overtake him, because our tires are a little bit warmer than his. So let's see, our goal is to keep up with Lando Norris. Let's try to do that, and we are just, look at that, guys, so close to Lando Norris. It will take some time, but rounding out the last corner of lap 15, we will be the one who gets the DRS and Ocon into the pits. Russell too, but we are here using all the battery and outer tires to overtake him. And look at that, guys, fake to the left, goes to the right, and we have again, look at that, guys, that was an easy dummy move from us, and Lando Norris has been overtaken and we have taken the lead. Obviously, what an amazing overtake. I went to the left, Lando Norris covered it, and well, he was thinking as soon as I went left, Lando Norris tried to cover it, and at that point I just switched it to the right and into the inside. We go for the overtake. And lap 22, guys, these guys are nothing. They are not able to do anything. Obviously, sometimes they try to go side by side with us, but we have a measure of them, and it's because, obviously, guys, I can save the battery in the whole lap and use it on the Max, and Max Verstappen is out. Max Verstappen on the last race of the season is out of the race. What a unlucky season for Max Verstappen. He has been out of the, well, 2 races out of the last 3 races, and even in the 3rd race, which was Portugal, he was, well, very low on points too. So we are lap 27, and look at that, guys, Charles Leclerc and Lando Norris has overtaken him, and it's because I forgot to use my ERS. And do you want to know why? I was looking at the MFD. That's why I forgot to use my ERS, and because of that we have been overtaken by Lando Norris and Charles Leclerc. But we are not giving up, guys, because we have the pace. We have saved our hard tires, and these tires are much better and can give me a lot of performance. So let's see, rounding out the last corner, lap 27 ending here, lap 28 starting, using and dumping all the 80% battery we had. Let's see, can we actually catch up to them? And look at that guy, Charles Leclerc has stopped, and we go through the inside on Charles Leclerc, and we have overtaken him for P2, and we obviously just need to now keep up with Lando Norris and then overtake him on the last lap. And let's see what we can do for it. Let's see, we are now on the last corner with 6 tenths to go, and we will get DR, and DRS is powerful. So let's see, DRS open, every bit of ERS is used by us, and Lando Norris is using everything he has, but we go through the outside because Lando Norris defends, and we have overtaken him. We have overtaken him very easy, and look at that, guys. Gasly getting attacked by Perez and Alonso there, and he goes. Look at that, 3 wide goes for them, and Alonso makes the better of us, but Perez around the outside has taken the P4 there. What an amazing work for Perez after his teammate DNF'd out of the race. Unlucky for him, but we are going to be rounding out the final corner, and after winning the driver championship, we are going to win the constructor, and Alpine is a constructor champion after so long. After so long, we have finally become the constructor, and driver of the day goes to Esteban Ocon.
As today's winners make their way up the podium steps, the folks at Alpine have shown once again just what it takes to build a successful Formula One team. A well-deserved win for them.
And what an amazing race, guys. Obviously in the sprint race they had a chance. The Red Bulls had a chance to do something, but in the race Max Verstappen did not do a lap, which put him out of Q1, and we won in style with Max Verstappen DNFing out of the race, and Pierre Gasly also finishes P6, which was amazing. After, if you think, he also won one race in the USGP. So we were actually competitive in the second half of the season, which felt actually amazing, guys. Rather than getting overtaken by Charles Leclerc and Max Verstappen at the start of the season, we were able to keep up with these guys and overtake him. And look at that, guys, we had 75-point lead and 29 point in the constructor, and Alpine is a constructor champion. What an amazing feeling here. And look at that, top 5 in the finishing in the championship. Good for us. And we have a rivalry with Sergio Perez, okay, I guess. And our racecraft has gone to 84, awareness 84, sorry, and pace 93, and focus 88. Good. And we have finally taken the 88 ranking, and our recognition is still 55. So guys, please give me some suggestions about for the next season, if I should keep up with this team, or should I go to another team, or should I change something. So guys, if you enjoy these videos, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys for the next one.